Hello there. This is the first part in a course aimed at getting you to use your voice more. Maybe even start singing a little bit. So I know for a lot of people, especially men, I've found, using their voice is something that they have a lot of issues with. Probably traumas from somewhere. Someone said that they were doing it wrong or couldn't, or similar things. In my case, I had a teacher in second grade, God bless her soul, fucking bitch. Sorry, no, I'm kidding. What she did was she basically told me that I couldn't sing. And it took me 40 years to realize that she had no clue what she was talking about. So we had some kind of audition for a special occasion, and we could volunteer to sing something, and I did, and she just said, no, that's not going to work. And that's for someone at that age, so that's how people get these issues. I haven't sung a single tone for 40 years. I didn't after that happened to me, which is sad, really, because I can sing. It's just like most people can naturally. So we're going to try to get around it, and I'm going to show you how I did it. How I'm doing it is something I'm still working very much on. And the motivation for starting this course was that when I started looking around at the material out there, I realized that they're all they're aiming somewhere completely different from where I want to go with this. It all gets very technical, and I'm not that interested in technical stuff. It's very natural for me to use my voice. So what I think is a good starting point is humming, because it doesn't feel as scary, and it's something that I find that most people do naturally, like in the shower, or even when listening to music, even when other people are can hear them, because it's not that scary. They're not using all of their voice, but it still teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you to feel the vibrations in your body when you make sounds, which is you have to do that to to be able to sing. So we have several bone cavities inside our head. The sinuses, regular sinuses, are those that most people know about, but there are others, several more, that have their own resonant frequencies at which the air or whatever is in them, there's some mucus in some of them as well, it starts to vibrate at that frequency. Same thing as you have with old cars, where at some speed something will start rattling. That's a resonance frequency. It's the same thing. So humming. What I want you to try to do is to, if you aren't already, to start humming. And you can start by just picking the tone that's most natural to you, that comes most natural to you, which will usually be the one that hits the most resonant frequencies in this bone cavity, so it gets your entire head vibrating, so you can feel it immediately. And what I also want to start even from the beginning is to use your diaphragm to push the sound, to not hum up here, but to use this to push the air. It might come natural for you. Some people will have to work more for it. For me, it just came completely. That's what I do when I hum as well. And that's what you want to do when you sing. So that's why it's a good habit to get into immediately. So start by just hum. This is also where the om like the sound that you make in meditations, in yoga, and in other teachings. That's where this is the same thing, the same idea. So you're doing yoga, and it's actually good for your health to do this. So just sitting and humming for a while, even if you just keep the same tone, is a very good thing for your health. So try it. And don't be afraid, like push it all the way. Don't be afraid if it changes the tone when it gets to the end. That's also something you want to get used to, like feeling what happens when you have different amounts of air in your lungs, because that changes the pressure, right, that you can put into the tone. So once you've done that a few times, or as long as you want, you can try a progression instead. So start from that comfortable tone and go up 2 steps. So it's 3 steps in a row, right? And this also lets you try to sustain a higher tone, which can be more difficult, especially for men. So that's, you want to start low, like if you start too high, then you'll get so high that you can't sustain it. It takes more practice, at least. I find that the higher you go, the more air you need to sustain it. So something to keep in mind, maybe. I need to push harder to make a higher tone sound good. So once you've done these 3, try to go 1 up, like 3, and then down again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right, not that weird. And for now, this first just lesson, first idea of what we're going to do, that's all you need to do. And when I would also recommend trying, like picking a song that you like, something that you would like to sing eventually, and hum along with it. Like try to find, maybe you want to do this when no one is listening, it could be embarrassing in the beginning, but just sit down out in nature where only the birds can hear you and hum along to it. Because it will teach you something that will make it easier to eventually sing the whole thing. So, it is my hope that we can get some of you out there making more noise and actually like using more of your voice, because once you start doing this, you will naturally start using more of your voice naturally when you're speaking as well in other contexts, which it's meant to be used. Like, it's your birthright. So we're trying to awaken that. It's not only about singing, even if that's the most common, like the most exceptional expression, maybe. So, and I'm going to try to keep it, all of this, at this level, like where anyone can do it as long as you follow along. Because that's how I like it when I learn. I hate when people overcomplicate things. It drives me mad. So that's what we're going to do. I might have to put some of it on Patreon, but that's just the way it is. We'll see. I could maybe be talked into releasing more stuff for free if people would be willing to contribute. If as long as they aren't, I have to do something. We'll see. For now, happy humming, and we'll see.